topic, to motivate. What life moment motivated you to keep going and not give up and keep going beyond the mistakes? What you think? What age was that defining moment? You know, how like in NBA games, they were saying
Yeah.
this was the defining moment that made me into the player that I was.
Oh
But for
yeah.
regular people, what is that? What's the defining moment? It don't have to be. It's just one you can just think of. It don't have to be like probably the most one. Just one you can think of.
Hmm. Wonderful. It was probably having my first kid. That was
Oh, okay.
like, hey man,
Yeah.
yeah,
Kid having it's eye opener for real, right?
like whoa,
Yeah. Boy.
stuff you missed out, like you didn't get to do. Yeah,
Yeah.
that can't be a loser.
Yeah.
No.
So I always tell kids, man, think about decisions as a road. And at the end of the road, my uncle used to tell me this all the time. Before he popped my knuckles or something with me, you got to pay the piper. There's a toll at the end of every road.
Man.
And before you go down that road, ask yourself, do I want to pay the piper at the end
Hmm.
of that road? Uh, some people think it's tough. For me, it helped me think about a lot of stuff. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Sometimes you can prevent yourself from going through something if you think about what's going on. You know, we're gonna talk about this in some slides later too. I know for me, it's a couple things, but I know one of the most blaring things is when I got laid off. No, not laid off. I got fired from Red Cross because I had worked for so long. I always had a job, and I never got fired. And it was because stuff I did. I had got a ticket outside of work, but I had a job that was driving, and they told us that it was like a zero tolerance kind of deal. That but if you get a ticket, the company insurance won't cover you if you're a driver or something like that. So,
Mm.
man, I had got a ticket and forgot to pay it. And you know how you forget to pay a ticket, they send out a warrant and stuff.
Yeah.
But I did. I paid over the phone. I ain't stupid. I may be crazy, but I ain't stupid.
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah,
but
come on down here.
yeah.
You want answers? The truth. You can't handle the truth.
But but at the end of the day though, I paid it, got all that taken care of. But when they run the report, the driving
Hmm.
report,
Yeah.
they didn't do that till October of the year. But it
Oh,
happened in like May. Man, after I paid, I didn't think nothing else about it. Man, I went to work that night. You know what I'm saying? And he was in the office. I'm like, what is Chuck doing there? He never here at night on Sunday. And
hmm.
he's like, man, come in here, man. Let me talk to you, man. He's like, man,
Oh,
what you got going on, man? I was like, well, I don't know. What you talking about? You know, you don't never volunteer information.
yeah.
You let them tell you. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah,
man,
boy.
what you got going on? I'm like, man, I don't know. You tell me. He's
Mhm.
like, man, I see you got a ticket and stuff, man. I'm about to let you go. I was like, huh?
What?
And
What?
I was like, that happened outside of work though. And he's like, it don't matter. He's on your driving record. We can't cover you, so I'm about to let you go. So that was the moment when I started. Once I kind of got over my ego, because I didn't want to do unemployment. Mom was like, man, if you don't cut that ego out and go get on unemployment,
Yeah.
most
Every
that
time.
was the most humbling experience probably ever in my life. It was to go through the unemployment system, man. It was
Man.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Because it take a long time. It's draining, man. It's like it
Mhm.
drained the whole day. You might as well just give up that whole day. If you get there, you got to get there early enough. Number
Yeah.
one, because the line is insane,
Hmm.
and then they just take forever. Oh my gosh, like they just take their time, man.
Yeah.
And by the time you finally get there, then they say, well, did you get fired or did you get laid off? I don't know. It's they like, well, we got to check into it, and I had to wait for the disqualification, and all that stuff.
Hmm.
But if I wouldn't have never got fired from there, I think looking back on hindsight, though, I probably would have just been working a regular job. That's why I'm so passionate about telling people
Yeah.
think about how can you level up, because I wasn't even thinking about it. But when I went to school, I started to see the picture, the puzzle in my head. It started to get those puzzle pieces, those dots started to connect, and I was like, wait a minute, you telling me I could just do this and make more money? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's when I started going to school though. And I think I
Man.
was what 26, 25, 26, something like that,
Mhm.
somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was working for Red Cross. It was a gravy job too, man. That's why I was telling people, easy job, school. But I mean, I wasn't making nothing. I probably was making about 30,000 back then, if that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
That was some money. That was a little piece of change.
Man, that wasn't no piece of change.
It was-
Every
Sing-
time, cause I was a roommate. I was roommating with fam and my cousin BJ then, right? And man, you know the rent. It was my mom's house, and the rent and the rent and utilities with everything probably was like $900 a month.
Damn.
So we had to pay $300 a piece. Man, I only had like $200 left. Out my
No.
checks. Yeah, man. I'm only making like $500-$600. If I work overtime, I may make a little more, but man, that wasn't that much money, man.
Yeah.
Not as an adult, if I was a kid, but yeah, I'm 25, 26.
Oh,
And I used to tell myself, it got to be a better way. This ain't it. It got to be a better way. You know what I'm saying? So, and when I went to school, I started seeing that better way. When I went to school for IT and stuff, I was like, oh, really? You can? It's money out here. Okay, that's what's up.
Oh yeah. And before I had my kid, man, I had to walk.
Yeah.
I had to apply for food stamps, emergency stamps.
I did. I did. They take forever on that too. I got food stamps one time during that period because I was on unemployment for a while, man. I think when I met my wife, I was on unemployment. You know what I'm saying? I was working at Walmart, and you work a part-time job just so you get unemployment and you know what I'm saying? Kind of beating the system a little bit, but yeah, man. When I met her, I was working at Walmart, but then I was like, nah, this ain't it, man. I can't live like this, man. I gotta figure it out. But then I was going to school. That's why I stayed on it a little bit longer because I was going to school, working a part-time job, and then getting unemployment. And then that's when I got a job at the airport. But yeah, man, that was the motivating moment when I went to school and seeing like you can make more money. It's like, yeah, you can make like 40 and above. I was like, huh? That's possible? Like, yeah. For a regular salary, yeah. Man. Yeah. That's why I'm big. That's why I'm real passionate about it, man. People think I be mean. I was like, I'm telling you from my own experience, man. You know what I'm saying? There's money out there. You got to go get it.
Yeah, that walk, man. You know where Interstate Park at?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
So I had to walk to the food stamp office on Martin Luther King. That was
From Interstate Park?
Yes.
That's not that far of a walk, is it?
Man,
Relative.
that's a stroll, bro.
You talking about walking straight down Martin Luther King?
Yes. Yes. That was a walk, man. That was a walk.
Man, I walked a long way. I walked further than that.
What was it? I didn't walk farther, but
Dad. One time, my dad. This is funny, dude. What my dad was because he didn't really like staying in the house. That's why I get it from when I was younger. My folks from Sweet Home. You know what Sweet Home is, don't you? Going past Granny Mountain, going down Confederate.
Yeah.
Then we was living in the South End over there by Sunny House. I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
Dude had me and my brother, man. We was young too. I think I was like in the 4th grade. My brother was like probably in the probably 2nd grade. Dude had us walk from South End to Sweet Home, bro.
Yeah, that's a nice little stroll too.
Unreal. Unreal. Man, I was so mad, man. I think I went to my grandma's house, just went to sleep the rest of the day, man.
Hey, for real.
That's funny. I was like, that ain't that bad of a walk. But I know it ain't walking through Mr. Rogers' neighborhood though. It ain't walking through Martin Luther King, but yeah. But yeah, they still go down over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, let us know in the comments what in life motivated you to keep going and not give up. Because like I said, we all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can prevent some of those mistakes, you'll be better off. And that's what we're trying to tell you through our experiences. Prevent some of the mistakes so you won't have to go through some of the things we went through.